All right, Fight Lens, we're here today with Ricky the Hitman Hatton, no less. How you been,
good.
Ricky?
I'm good. I'm
Keeping
really
busy?
busy. Yeah, I've got lads just before Christmas. Got a couple of fights coming up. I've got the biggest fight of my life on my hands on Dancing on Ice.
Yeah, exactly.
in January, so I'm training hard for that. I'm doing me after dinner speaking and motivational speaking, and so I'm a very busy chap these days.
Yeah. I've seen the people that are on Dancing on Ice this year, your competitors. Have you met them yet, or have you?
I have met them, to be honest with you. Yeah, it was great, and we went to London to do like a masterclass where you met Torvald and Dean, and you meet your rivals, if you like. But it was great. I know it's a competition, but I feel very proud to say I met some new friends, and it's been good. The worrying thing was they all seem to be a little bit ahead of me progress-wise. It's not like, they all, they say to you, I say, have you done a little bit before? And they say, no, my first time too. And you just know that they've done a little bit somewhere along the line. Yeah, they're doing like twirls and spins and jumps and everything like that. And I'm staggering like I've had 20 pints across the ice. But no, it's a challenge, and everything. And as the weeks get by, where I was from the first day to the last, to yesterday, if you say, night and day. So I've never been shy of a challenge, and I've never been shy of laughing at myself.
Yeah, it's good bravery. Obviously, you showed a lot of bravery in the boxing ring, and now you're doing it on the ice rink as well. Who do you think out of the other competitors might be the favourite? We've got Eddie the Eagle was a late replacement, I think, was he? Yeah,
well, you'd like to think Eddie. I mean, he was a different type of skater, but you think Eddie the Eagle would be pretty good on the ice. Ryan Thomas is very good.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been training down at Altrincham where I've been training, and he's been putting me to shame a little bit, to be honest with you. But Ryan's a good friend of mine. I think he's got a good chance, yeah.
Good stuff. The Strictly Come Dancing, there's the Strictly Curse, allegedly. I don't know if it translates to Dancing on Ice. Have you heard any of that or seen any potential?
No.
Do you know who you're going to be dancing with as well?
Well, my partners were called Robin, and she's really good. And her husband actually is on the show, as obviously one of the gentleman dancers. So they no, so I'll be alright. But it was our first time together, me and Robin, yesterday. It was brilliant, to be honest with you. And I thought, the skating's hard enough, but I thought, wait while I've got to learn the routines and the moves and everything like that. But, I wouldn't say it was perfect or anything like that yesterday, but I was surprised how well it did, to be honest with you. I found just the actual gliding, the skating, harder than doing. I don't know whether it's because I've got that confidence now where I can do it, but I thought the dancing, the sequences and the moves would have been a lot harder than the actual skating.
Naturally to you,
no. So I wouldn't say it's coming naturally, but we're certainly getting there. Yeah.
Could you get to choose your own music, or do you dance to music?
They've chose the music. In fact, they did ask you when we went to London for the masterclass. They said, what type of music are you into? And. I said this, that, the rest of it. So they've actually picked my music. I can't divulge it, at the minute, but
under wraps.
Should be fun. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to boxing, obviously something more than 99% of the world about. Did you manage to catch any of Louis Theroux interviewing Anthony Joshua earlier?
I didn't know, but I believe it was very good. I believe he. Shit himself at one point a little bit, didn't he? He said, well, you've asked me a question, are you going to let me answer it or what? I thought, whoa.
Right.
With AJ, but no, I've seen him a few times. His interviews are really good. And I met AJ. He's an absolute gentleman, lovely guy. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll probably get to see it at some point.
Yeah,
bet it was.
What I was going to ask you was, though, do you think he's still got the hunger, the desire, truly, to get those belts back?
Well, I think so. I think what I'd give him, obviously he lost his last couple of fights, didn't he, against Usyk, and then won his last one with that spectacular knockout. But I think a lot of people have written him off a little bit, and I tell you what, they should do that at the peril. Do you know what I mean? When you think, Tyson, the number one heavyweight in the world, if you like, he's had them brilliant fights with Wilder. You know what I mean? Look what happened when he took his eye off the ball a little bit. He underperformed, didn't it? So I think the fact that I think that will fill AJ with a bit of confidence. That he's thinking to himself, when you think Tyson, he's he's looking the man, he's looking invincible, he's not Dillian Whyte out, he's not Wilder out, you know what I mean? And then when you see that, I think that might give AJ a little bit of a bit of pick it up. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Because obviously the Wilder fight, AJ and Wilder have been talking about it for so long, haven't managed to get it on yet. Now we've got Francis Ngannou in the mixture as well. Who would you prefer to see him fight next out of those two?
I think Francis Ngannou. I mean, not that I think he hits as well. I won't say he hits as hard as Wilder, but he's certainly not far off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think AJ's got fantastic boxing ability, and he's got the size, the power, the strength. Yeah. He'd be able to maybe stand at close quarters a little bit more comfortable than maybe Tyson did. Against Ngannou. He's got that boxing pedigree, from the amateurs, and becoming the heavyweight champion of the world. I think the fact that Wilder has that such massive one dynamite punch, you know what I mean, and technically he can he's not even in the equation when with AJ when it comes to skill and boxing ability and talent, but he can hit, you know what I mean. So and he's technically crap, Wilder, but when that right hand goes, he only needs one of them. And so I think not that I don't think AJ can't beat Wilder. I think he's a better all-rounder, and I think he probably would. I just think Ngannou is the name on everyone's lips now. Without that thing of what if he gets in and betters the performance that Tyson did, then we can maybe get the fight on that we've all wanted for God knows how long now.
That's what we want. That's what we want to see. We'll have to wait to be seen. But imagine you're in Tyson Fury's shoes now. Would you be thinking about retiring, just healthy retirement, but potentially with question marks about your legacy, or would you want to next year put things to bed and fight?
Well, that's the only thing. That's the only thing. I'd answer. Only Tyson. When I made my comeback fight, I knew after 2 rounds that it had gone. My punches were just falling that little bit too short. Couldn't quite get out the way of them like I used to do. And I thought to myself, Rick, you need to retire. That's gone. And you believe it or not, when you need to retire. So Tyson will be in there, and he'll know. I think Tyson maybe could have. It's definitely took him lightly, that's for dead certain, and maybe he could have put his foot down in his training maybe a little bit more than what he normally did, and everything like that. But Tyson will know whether he's still got it in him and that, and he's got a good family around him. In John will advise him, good team in him, and with Spencer and Wardy and that. He's got the right people around him to advise him properly on what to do. But he'll know more than anyone whether he'll know what you feel. And it just hits you like walking into a brick wall when you lose it. It's gone. And if Tyson's the man I think he is, and clever as he is, I think he'll know a bit more than anyone whether it's time to hang him up. But only he'll know.
I suppose the motivation for a fight like the Ngannou fight might not be in the same level as it would be for an AJ.
Absolutely, if he gets the Usyk fight next, I think the best Tyson Fury will turn up. He'll want to bounce back from the Ngannou fight. Want to bounce back. In a blaze of glory. He'll train hard. He'll put his foot down because of the last fight. I think that's what he needs. Might not be such a bad thing, the one before the Usyk fight, so a little bit of a stinker, because he'll get himself, might get back on track and think, listen there, Tyson, we've got to nail it this time, you know what I mean? We've got away with it there, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it could be the best thing. If Tyson had knocked him out in 2 rounds, he might have gone into the Usyk fight a bit complacent.
Yes, that's
so I don't, point. I still fancy Tyson against Usyk.
Should we have a word about Campbell Hatton, your boy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Still undefeated. He's got a savage left to the body, kind of like his old.
Yeah,
what do you think he can accomplish? What's the plan for next year?
Well, I think with Campbell, with him being such a rookie, such a novice, he only had like 24 amateur fights. It's absolutely nothing, and then to go turn professional at such a young age, at 18 years of age, and with the pressure on his shoulders, with what his dad achieved. I think you got to pat him on the back and say, hey, fair play to giving it a go. Do you know what I mean? Totally. He didn't have to go pro. I worked hard, so he didn't have to go pro. But he's took it off his own back. He's gone into the hardest game of all with what I've done, and I think he deserves credit. And I think not in no rush. You know, people, you get the odd dickhead, don't you, going, oh, when's he going to fight someone and everything like that, you know. Well, he'll fight someone when me, Matthew and Eddie say he'll fucking fight someone. He's a babby, let him, he's improving, and while he's improving, let him stay there. And I think, you know, certainly Eddie and myself and Matthew, that will know when the right time is to move it up. Why is everyone, you know, the idiots on the keyboard, why is everyone trying to rush him when he's a babby?
Yeah.
You let him develop, you know what I mean,
We've seen a lot of influencer boxing this year. Jake Paul, I don't know how you feel about him, you've been asked about him, but he's fighting Andre August next time after he lost to Tommy Fury, didn't he? But he showed decent skills, maybe an improvement, but would you rate him in any way?
Well, you know, everyone expected Tommy to wipe the floor with Jake Paul. So bear in mind, I think was it a point or something like?
Yeah, was it split decision or was it?
Split decision. You're correct. Yeah. I think it was a point last time, wasn't it, against KSI?
Yeah, that's
but yeah, I mean, you've got to say, you know, Jake Paul. No disrespect to Tommy, you know, I mean, it's only over the short format, you know, so you got to give him half a chance. He come out there. I mean, KSI and Jake Paul are a little bit all over the place, so I understand why it was made hard for Tommy, but you would have expected Tommy to win them fights a little bit more comfortably than what they did. So I think because they are all over the show, you know, like that, I'd rather not have a pop at Tommy, you know. I think you've got to give the credit to them because they are out of their comfort zone, aren't they? It's not their area of expertise, so and they're giving it a go, so, you know, fair play.
Fair play to them. And moving on to football, something Manchester City you're a huge fan, very passionate about. It's been obviously since the takeover, incredible amount of trophies Pep's winning. Do you ever miss the old days down at Main Road? I think the under.
Is that a serious question?
Oh, yeah, no,
you ever miss the old days in the second division?
Do you think there'll ever be a time where
I miss Main Road? I miss Main Road, and I think most City fans would say that, you know, because I remember back in the day, my first season ticket was on the Kippax stand when, you know, you could stand up on the stand there, and you know, and you could keep warm a little bit, you know what I mean, and it was really good fun, and it's like, it wasn't like back in the day, corporate in a lounge where you can have, which don't get me wrong, you know, it's nice to have a nice little meal before the game. Absolutely. But I think there's nothing better than being there on the Kippax stand, you know, with a pint and a pie, you know, and watching City. But City went down with their second division. Yeah,
playoffs.
And I thought to myself, wow. And we come back up from the second division to the first to the Premiership, and the football we're playing today, the players that are playing for us, and the trophies that we're winning. I tell you what, never in my lifetime did I think, especially bearing in mind how bad we actually was. So I think City fans are loving it at the minute, but. We always sing the songs, you know. We always sing songs out the ground today about Main Road and the good times. And there were some good times, but I think God, treble winners. How can we want to turn the clock back? We've got to go forward. But lots of happy memories there.
Did you ever go to the Oasis gig at Main Road?
I did. I went to the one at the Etihad. Yeah, I don't know Main Road.
Oh, they played at Main Road.
No, I went to the one at the Etihad Stadium. Yeah, that was fantastic. But I've been all over watching Oasis play. You know, great times. When I think to myself, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a world boxing champion. I wanted to support Man City, and I followed Oasis. You know, and I think I won my world titles, and then I boxed at the City of Manchester Stadium.
Incredible.
Mates with Nolan and Liam, they've carried me belts in.
Yeah.
So pretty much a Manchester box was ticked as far as I
amazing. I watched the documentary Hatton last night, and I noticed that, you know, during your career you didn't have that many tattoos, to be honest. You just had one on each arm, and then you got the
I think it's called a midlife crisis.
It's gone to the next level. So I mean, I know you've got the Manchester B on your back as well.
Yeah, no, I love my tattoos, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Let's have it right, when you retire you've got more time to get them done and have them done, but they all mean a lot to me, you know what I mean. Johnny Cash, he was one of my heroes, you know. I've read his book, and I don't read many books, but I read his book, inspiring. He had some you know, tough times. I'm very, very proud of Manchester, as I just mentioned, you know. So I've got the Manchester 22 on my back, you know, for the bombing that they had there. and there's all, you know, little quotes, you know, little quotes on my arm, and, you know, my kids and everything. So everything's sort of like, you know, it's not like I've had tattoos just for the sake of having them. Each one means something to me. You know what I mean? I've got, you know, good and evil on my chest because me fighting my sins, because, you know, I went through a bad time a few years ago. So when I look down at my tattoos, you know, I don't think, you know, sometimes how many people have gone, oh, I wish I hadn't have had that one done. Oh, that looks terrible. How can I get that one off? You know, I like my tattoos.
They're all by the same person, or do you go around?
Yeah, by the same person. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Well, a couple of them were done back in the day.
Yeah.
The two there that were back in the day, but yeah, the majority of it, a whole lot's done now.
On your documentary, when you went out to Vegas to fight Floyd Mayweather, he was giving you a load of like trash talking. You just stood there looking very composed. Is he the most arrogant sports person you've met or celebrity you've met?
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You know, you can never judge a book by its cover, but I mean, you know, when behind closed doors, or, you know, when the camera's off or anything like that, he's never had the decency to come up to me and go, hey Ricky, how you doing? You okay? Hey, is that you Mr. Hatton? You know, to me dad say, how you doing? Or anything like that. Mm. No, he just loves he talking about himself. Do you know what I mean? You know, Money Mayweather, who calls himself Money Mayweather? Where did he come from? The projects.
Yeah.
I come from the same thing, a council estate. He come from the projects.
Yeah.
And I go to kids and go, listen, I come from the same place as you. Listen, if I can do it, so can you. Believe in yourself, you can get there. What will Floyd do? Go down there and show him his watch and his chain and his ring on his pinky. I think the people in the projects would be absolutely disgusted if he turned up. You know, because, you know, it's not like a lad done well. It's like a lad done well and throw it back in every fucker's face, isn't it? You know, I don't really have much time for Floyd.
And the same question about the most humble person, the most humble sportsman or celebrity that you know?
Oh, David Beckham. Yeah, David Beckham by a mile. Do you know what I mean? When they call him Golden Bollocks, I think it was very, very true. You know, he come to a couple of my fights in Vegas, and then when I did the Mayweather 24/7 tour, he was at LA Galaxy at the time, and he invited me to the football in his box and that, which was brilliant. And after the Mayweather fight, which I got beat, if you remember, the Spice Girls made a comeback at the time, and they performed at the MGM Grand. So he invited me to a box there, which was unreal. David was there, and Victoria Beckham was there. Tom Cruise was there with Katie Holmes and everything. It was like just unreal. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think a lot of things in my life seemed unreal, but yeah, he was just dead down to earth, dead softly spoken, dedicated. You know, just everything it says on the tin. You know, I feel very, very, very proud that I've been in his company a couple of times. Yeah.
Yeah, legend. In terms of boxing and mental health, do you think training and the kind of stability boxing gives you is beneficial for mental health, or do you think there can be a dark side to it as well in terms of, you know, obviously getting punched in the head can't be great for the brain?
Absolutely. I think mental health is the best thing to do is for your mental health. I think you know, what do we do? I think we all would say, you know what, we should go to the gym a little bit more than what we do, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But when you do finally get your backside to the gym, you know, you feel 10 feet tall, don't you? Yeah. You know, and like, never mind, that's just doing on the runner or doing weights. But there's nothing better to blow off steam, you know, or get rid of a bit of tension or a bit of anger, you know, or anything like that, than putting the gloves on and going on the punch bag, you know. So I'm all for it. Whenever I get up and have a bad day, which isn't too often these days, I'm very proud to say, I get up, get my gloves on, go on the bag, you know, knock 10 lumps out of it, come off, have a cup of tea, and, you know, the world looks rosy again, to be honest with you. There's a lot of pressure, you know, that comes with it, but I think it's mental health. I think it's something that, so it can grow on you as the time goes by and as you get older. But I think with me, I always had it from a young age. I was always, you know, such massive self-belief in my own boxing confidence, but me as a person, I was always paranoid what people thought about me, and you know, and stuff like that, which is a little bit of a weakness, which is something that I've always had to fight with.
You're obviously loved by people around the world, and particularly Manchester, but the whole of the UK. And you're feeling it so well now.
Yeah, one of my proudest achievements was my fan base. Probably the proudest achievements. You know, wasn't beating this guy, beating that guy. I mean, I don't think anyone would have the following that I had. I mean, my heroes are Nigel Benn. They're still my heroes to this day. When you think that more come and followed me than my heroes, how can that not be your best ever achievement. And it was it's nice when people come to me even today. Oh, Rick, I went to the Mayweather fight in Vegas, or I went to the City of Manchester Stadium 54. Oh wow, or the Costa fight. You know, it's brilliant, and knowing that you've brought a lot of happiness and good nights to everyone, whether it be Manchester, Liverpool, London, you know, Birmingham. I had a fan base all over the country, and it will never ever be forgotten. Yeah.
Well, hopefully they'll follow you to Dancing on Ice as well.
I hope so, yeah. Next time I come, I'll be able to sign you some skates instead of gloves.
That's right.
Well,
Ricky Hatton, I think that wraps it up nicely.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me down.
And best of luck on the ice.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much.